Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly Watkins with the Bridge Group EXP, and today we're talking about how we got this property under contract for $72,000 over asking price.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us this week, and we wanted to share with you guys some exciting news that we have for one of our sellers.
A lot of our sellers.
It's just one example, and it finally closed. I'm finally able to share with you guys the numbers and all the fun things that we did to get this property under contract for way over the seller's expectations. This property is was listed in Pine Mill Ranch here in the Katy area. We listed it for $540,000, right around that $540,000, and we got so many people through the home. We had about 80 groups of people
at the open house.
Through the open house, which is nuts.
It wasn't by chance, it was by design. It was very strategic that we did that, and we will tell you just a little bit about that later on.
Another cool thing is that we got 40 offers. That's 40 offers
Whoa.
On one property.
Half the people that came to the open house.
Now this house is beautiful. You'll see some video footage of it. They've kept up quality of the home. They've kept it up very well.
You know, one of the things that when we went on the actual listing appointment, they said, hey, should we paint the kitchen cabinet? Should we do this?
Right.
Should we do that? And one of the biggest value adds that we do as market experts is we're able to save our clients money by telling them, hey, look, I would not invest any more money into the property, especially in this market. It's not going to matter. Or yes, I would paint this room and paint that room, or paint the house because it's painted yellow. We sold it for $72,000 over the asking price without them having to invest money in certain things that they were asking us about. So if we're looking for value adds, working with a market expert definitely gets you that as well.
So again, the house was beautiful, beautiful pool, cul-de-sac lot, great schools, everything like that made the home very nice, and it showed extremely well, but we were not expecting 40 offers and to have that much over the asking price.
All right, all that's great, but how did we do it?
We always say that two things sell a home. One is marketing and one is price. So we'll talk about price in a second, but in terms of the marketing and the strategy for selling the home, obviously we went all out on this property in terms of photos, virtual staging, twilight shots, aerial drone shots, and marketing videos, marketing ads. So that really helped get a lot of attraction on the property.
I want to also say this on the screen. That is a good example of what a twilight photo looks like. However, we do that for all of our properties. So if you've got thoughts of selling, you're saying, well, I wonder if they'd go all out on our property as well. The answer is yes. Yes, we will.
And part of the marketing strategy is the timing of listing. That's a huge thing that we do for our sellers to really funnel a lot of people in there one time and create that scenario of the bidding war that it brings about.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've been a buyer in this market, or if you know of someone, which all of us have, we know that this market, the market conditions and everything that we've been talking about in our market updates leads you to believe that there is a ton of buyers utilizing the low interest rates and not that much active listings for them to choose from. That was definitely a factor in this one as well. However, the Bridge Group is still taking terminated and expired listings because those properties were not able to sell. They had the same opportunities, same chances that we have, but they did not put their best foot forward, do all of these different types of marketing tactics, and then nor did they do the listing strategy and the timeline strategy that we have. We're not going to release a secret formula on this video.
No.
You have to call us if you've had thoughts of selling. You need to call us and talk to us about it, and at that time we will disclose it and go ahead and practice it.
Absolutely. And the second thing that we know sells homes is the price. So what a lot of sellers are doing in this market is they're saying, well, in this particular case, you could have said, well, why not just list it at, $610,000? Why not list it well over what the comps are for? Well, the strategy there is you're not going to get as many buyers, you're not going to get as many showings, you're not going to get as many offers, so you don't have the leverage to have that bidding war scenario. You
don't have the options. So you and at the same time, before all of that, Kelly and I really are market experts. We live in the area, we grew up in the area, we know the comps in these different builder communities, master plan communities. We know what they trade for. So when we listed this property at $540,000, we were actually pretty darn close to the highest comparable comp there in the area for a two-story property with the surrounding square footage, or they're around the same square footage, with a pool in Pine Mill Ranch. And we had a lot of comps to go off of. Market value is what the market is willing to pay for a said property, or this subject property. The market valued this property way more. And why? Because we were able to get that many more people into the property at that time. Because of our exposure to the market, we were able to get so many more options for our sellers to pick from.
So how we did it, pricing it right at market value, or sometimes we even price it right below market value, as opposed to pricing it way over the comps. You're not going to get the same results.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay. So 40 offers. How on earth did you go through that with the sellers, and how on earth did they, narrow it down from 40 to one, and then the one that made it all the way through inspections and appraisal and closing?
Absolutely. So we are going to make a separate video specifically going through what a seller looks for when they're having a multiple offer scenario and how to choose a winning offer. So I'll just touch on a little bit
what a seller should look for.
Yes, that's true. But obviously it's very overwhelming. We do have a very nice spreadsheet that we've created to be able to line up all the offers with each other. And
thank you, Haley. Thank you, Aaron.
Yes, thanks to our transaction coordinator team. One of the offers was even higher than the one they chose. It was $90,000 over asking price.
Why didn't they go with that one?
They didn't go with that one because it was a conventional loan, which is good. However, they didn't sign the appraisal waiver saying that they would come cash out of pocket for the difference. So we both knew that it wouldn't appraise for that price. They were just making up numbers at that point. So they chose to go with a lower offer that was either cash, this one happened to be cash, or they would have chosen one that was lower that did sign the appraisal waiver saying that they're going to come cash out of pocket for the difference if it didn't appraise for that full amount.
Making a conventional or FHA or VA just as good as a cash offer if you sign that appraisal waiver.
Absolutely. So that's how we ended up choosing that offer. There's other scenarios that we had to think about. One was a seller's lease back. So they were moving out of town and they didn't have their next house picked out. So it was going to be a quick closing because it was a cash offer. And so we were able to negotiate a lease back into the property. And so that was very important. Whichever buyer that they went with gave them a good long lease back for them to have time to find their next property. So all the terms worked out in this one scenario for the seller.
And if you're a buyer going through this market right now, you're working with us or any other agent, and you think it's all about price. A lot of agents, I would say lazy agents, are saying, well, you just have to come, way out of pocket or way over asking price. And that's the only thing the sellers are looking for. That's not true. It's not the only thing that sellers are looking for. We are constantly, it was music to my ears hearing this morning at our team meeting, the agents saying, hey, we only offered, this much over asking price. We came in at asking price. We came in below asking price, and we got our clients this deal. That is amazing, and they really are some of the best in the industry, in my opinion. I'm not just biased because they're on the Bridge Group, but they really do know what they're doing, and it's not all about the price. Those terms, the closing date, finding out what is most favorable to that seller, those can all get you in a much favorable position in this market.
Absolutely. And we have a laundry list of things that we go through with our buyers each time we submit an offer, and vice versa, our sellers when choosing that winning offer. So there's definitely a strategy there, and it definitely worked out for our sellers in this case.
Absolutely, along with many of others of our sellers. So we actually just got the numbers in from Aaron, and we, since January 1st of this year, we have been able to get our sellers $409,000 over asking price. If you're saying, well, how many properties is that we have listed, we have sold and pending around 90 properties already since January 1st this year, but about 32 of those have been listings sell side. So that's a lot over asking price, especially on the average. So if you have had thoughts of selling, we would absolutely love the opportunity to employ some of these same strategies, techniques that have been able to get all of our other sellers an average of about $12,000 to $15,000 over asking price. Some of them, like we have talked about, much more.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Have a great week. We'll talk soon.